Hi students, welcome to today's online class. Today we are going to learn important question that is what is software and classification of software, or you can say types of software also. So this is one of the important question. So as we are having revision classes, just I will give just overview of the topic. So software means what is the definition of software here? The computer software can be defined as a set of machine readable instructions that are stored and executed by the hardware. It's a set of instructions, we can say. Software is nothing but a set of instructions. Okay, so where it is a organized set of instructions, it is capable of accepting inputs, and that instructions has to be processed, and that instructions has to be delivered as a output. Okay, so what is the need of a software actually? It means software is considered as an essential component, various tasks based upon its type. Certain types of software implements operations, whereas it can be running the system. For running a system, or it's a underlying hardware enables the user to perform any task. So software is must needed to run a system. So software is nothing but which we can see, but we cannot touch it, and we cannot feel it. Which we can touch, but which we cannot feel it. That is called as a software. So actually a program means what? It's a collection of software means a collection of programs. So program is nothing but all the set of instructions. So here when we discuss about in the previous classes, we learned all the software related. So the content which I explained here is of the same as now, which I am explaining now also. So the processes them and delivers the result in the form of functions and performs as expected by the user. As you expect, the functionality of the software will be. Okay. Example, you can change software many times, but your hardware will be permanent. It means if any of the operating system is not working in your system, think that Windows XP is the operating system, but if it is not working, you need not to update that, but you can install an open source software called Linux. So that is nothing but we can change the software in our computer system, okay, with the hardware which remains the same. So classification of software is of two types, that is system software and application software. System software is capable of controlling and supporting the computer system. It controls all the input and output devices, and you can say it's information processing activities. All are called as what? System software. So it is used in programming, testing, and debugging. So programming means what? For any software, there should exist a programming. Without programming, no software can be invented or introduced. Here testing means what? After writing a program, whether it is appropriate to execute and the functionality of a software is worth or not, that all can be analyzed by having testing, and debugging means rectifying the errors which occur in the software, in the system software. So it helps the application software. Basically, system software helps the application software to run. Example is system software, you can consider it as an operating system. So operating system, without the use of operating system, we cannot use any application. There must exist any operating system in our computer to have any of the usage of softwares. If you want to use your practical work like MS Access and Excel, you must have any operating system like MS Windows. So MS Windows is a operating system which is of system software, and these are application softwares. We call MS Access and Excel or application software. This is the best example you can understand that here some of the in today's session we will see all the system software components, means what it includes, what are the system softwares. We will see in the next class, we will see application softwares in detail. It is important for long answer question as well as for short answer also. Depending on the question, you need to answer this question. So as I said, so this is of functionalities of system software are monitoring the overall performance. System software completely related to the system performance only. It monitors the system performance, it provides and maintains the user interfaces, and it reads the program into memory and manages the allocated memory. It manages the memory, everything can be done by system software only. So managing the directories, detecting virus and correcting errors. So what these all tasks can be performed by the types of system softwares as below. So here it is given here, types of system software. You can see operating system. So it is a complete topic. We will that is also an important topic which we will learn in later classes, in a revision classes only. So another system software is language translators, we can say. Language translators typically converts the instructions given by programmer into another form. Means our language is English, right? If we give any instructions in English, that has to be converted to the computer language in computer readable form. What is that language? So as I said earlier, that is of machine language. Computer can understand only zeros and ones, right? So any of the language translators are needed for any of the softwares to translate this. Okay, so here instructions can interpreted and executed by the system. So examples of system softwares are assemblers, interpreters and compilers, etc. So for a C program, if you listened about C programming, there one of the translator called compiler is used to convert the program code, this source code, into machine code and machine code into source code, like that. For each and every software there exists a translator. Okay, so for communication systems, means communication system manages the transmission of data between two computers, how the data is transmitted between two computers. So the primary goal of this communication software is to upload and download files from one system to another system. So most commonly used tools include email, we can say, and chat rooms and messaging applications, like how we will use WhatsApp. In the same way, in a computer there are some of the communication softwares called Skype, like that. Okay, and the final one is what? Utility programs. So here utility programs, you can observe the definition here. Utility programs is a set of programs that are required for proper maintenance of a computer system. As the name itself says, utility means what? To utilize. We are utilizing that particular program for some functionality. So it also helps in supporting and enhancing the program and data in a computer. It supports and enhances the program also. So examples of some utility programs includes antivirus utility, data compression utility, cryptographic utility, disk compression utility, disk partitioning utility, and disk cleaner utility, backup, etc. So every disk utility is having its own functionality. So disk cleaner, some of the examples if we talk, disk cleaners are used to identify the files that are not useful, and it allows us to delete them. Disk partitions will divide the individual drive into various logical drives. So disk checkers, which are used to identify the corrupted hard disk and delete them. Disk compression is used to compress the disk by avoiding the extension of the size of the disk. So command line interface and graphical user interface is used to modify the operating system. Antivirus utilities are used to scan the system for virus affected areas. So file manager is one of the utility program which is used to provide methods to perform routine managements, like moving a file to one location to another location, or copying the files from one location to another location, and also modifying the files like that. So finally, if we see here operating system, it's a definition of operating system exactly. If we talk, it's a interface between user and hardware. So who are the user here? Who are utilizing the computer. So examples are Android, Linux, iOS, etc. These are the operating system we can see. In our lab, we will use Microsoft Windows as an operating system. It is having lot of versions. So which we discussed about this operating system in detail in our regular classes only. So just I am revising it. Operating system is needed for designing the applications. This is designed without knowing the internal structure of a computer. So it's of a resource manager, it's of a user computer interface. So some of the functions of operating system are resource management, process management, file management, memory management, communication management, security management. So this all are related to system only. So advantages of operating system means it acts as an intermediate between hardware and software. So it provides an environment where the user can execute programs. It creates an abstraction and allows the users to hide the details of hardware. It helps in accessing graphical user interface, and it helps the user in performing multiple tasks simultaneously. At the same time, you can type a letter in MS Word, and you can listen some songs, and you can download something over the internet. So there are a lot of multiple tasks can be performed simultaneously. There are some of the disadvantages are there here. The failure in operating system may lead to loss of data permanently. So it is expensive for small scale organizations. This is not very much secure. Thus virus may attack from any side. So we will see in the next class. I will provide you the notes. Just go through it. Thank you.